You ready? Let's go.
Welcome to
Hey. Thank you. I just arrived. Can anybody give me directions?
Just go to the desk and they
and they'll give you all your info.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So, I made it. It was kind of a crazy trip. I mean, it was sad just in general leaving New York. It was even weirder that I was leaving from JFK because I never really fly out of JFK. The flight was long and I was on like the oldest plane I've ever been on in my life. There was some woman behind me complaining about literally everything. She was on the phone with somebody before we left. Her seat wasn't nice and blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking like, you're in like the main cabin with everybody else. Like I'm pretty sure you didn't pay extra money for better stuff and you didn't get it. Anyways, the flight was okay. The guy who sat next to me was fine. When we were coming in to Miami, all of a sudden we started to just circle and the pilot comes on and he says that there's a thunderstorm in Miami and we can't land, so we're going to circle around for 30 minutes. On our descent, it was getting really rocky and there was clouds everywhere, we couldn't see anything. I heard some people gasping every once in a while. It was kind of funny. Yeah, anyways, got in, showed up, and the service that drives all of the cast from the airport to the Bay Vista Suites where we're staying right now, they were supposed to bring like 7 or 8 of us, and when I showed up, I, walked to the lady with the sign and everything, and she's like, so there's supposed to be like 8 people coming, but they're all delayed like 4 hours. So I'm thinking, damn, I'm gonna have to like sit here and wait until all these people show up because they don't want to drive just me. Then she started calling some people and she was speaking in Spanish, but I don't think she knew that I understood. So I was getting a bunch of other details about the whole situation just because she was speaking a lot more candidly, and she was basically saying like, we can't force this guy to like stay here for another 3 hours. Like that's so mean. I'm not gonna let that happen. And she was like, I don't care. You're gonna drive one person, it's fine. And you'll come back and you'll get the rest of them. Stop complaining. And then finally get to the bus. And it's huge, right? Because they were expecting at least, 8 people. And I just killed a bug. Talked to the guy on the bus, and they were just standing and chatting for a long time, speaking in Spanish, of course. which I don't have a problem with. It's totally okay. I want to say that now before anybody's like, you're racist. They were sitting and chatting for a while, and he was like smiling at me and being really nice, but he was complaining about me in Spanish. And for a minute I thought maybe I was gonna say something and be like, hey, by the way, I understand what you're saying, but it wasn't worth it. Anyways, got back here, showed up, nobody was at the front desk, said be back in 15 minutes. I waited like 20 minutes, and then I called the number and I was like, hey, I've been waiting at the desk for like 20 minutes and nobody's here. Is there any chance that I'm in the wrong place? And the guy was like so pissed. He's like, oh my gosh, there should be someone there, there should be someone there. I'm gonna make some phone calls and I'll call you back. And then like 5 minutes later, this lady just comes strolling in. I'm just like waiting for some more instruction or whatever, and she tells me absolutely nothing. And I'm like, can you tell me where I should go? And she's like, it says on your paper, oh, it's so bright, V322. And I'm thinking like, that doesn't mean anything to me. Focus, 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 focus. Come on, focus. Why was that so slow? Okay. I'm like, I don't know what that means. And she's like, V's for violet, so you go to the purple doors. 3 is the floor, and your room number is 322. And I'm thinking like, how would I have known that? Like, I mean, I'm sure they get a lot of people who come and check in and they've been here before, but also like, wouldn't you just assume that the person checking in doesn't know like where they're going? Like, I don't know. It was stupid, but it gets even worse, okay? Because I bring all of my bags up here to this room. Purple door, number 322 on the 3rd floor. And the key that was in my envelope wasn't working. Like, nothing was happening. It didn't even, there wasn't even like a red light saying that it was wrong. So I took the key back to the front desk. I'm like, hey, this isn't working. And she just grabs this big, you know, electronic box thing, walks with me up here, the whole time, like, saying nothing, right? And then plugs it in, the thing beeps, dings green, and then she opens the door and she goes, your door is dead. And then turned around and left. And I'm like trying my card 100 times. I'm like, okay, so I just have no way of leaving my room now. And I don't have any food. I need to get groceries. Like all sorts of different things that she clearly doesn't give a single fuck about, which is just great. Just what a warm welcome to the Bay Vista Suites. But you know, it is what it is. I'm happy about the job, and I'm happy to see what happens from here. It's just been a long day of traveling, and I'm very tired and hungry, and I don't know what to do about my door. But there we go. Day 1.